Hey guys, it's the TheDragonicEmpire here, and we're here with a Link Joker Chaos Breaker deck profile, hence the mat, of course.
Ugh.
It's so beautiful though. And of course, we have Chaos Breaker.
Ugh.
So we're going to go through a grade 3 lineup first.
We'll play 4 of those.
We'll play 4 of these. Unfortunately, 3 of mine are in the mail, so I will soon have 4.
Unfortunately, 3 of mine are still in the shop. What?
That's true, that's true.
They'll always be in the shop.
In the shop? Play 4 of these, because Chaos Breaker works amazingly with the break ride.
Chaos freaking broken.
Chaos broken.
You want to move that down a little bit so it's in frame.
There we go. So yeah, riding Chaos Breaker on top of the Infinite Zero Dragon right here. Locks 2 units already. Using his skill, locks 3. Yes, it's true you have Unicorn, but it's more of a...
No sir. No sir.
It's more of a turn after play basically. So on the turn you break ride, lock 2, use his skill, lock another one. Next turn, use his skill to lock 1, and then use Unicorn to lock again.
First turn, you lock 2, and then use his skill to lock a third one, and then next turn, you draw 3.
Not necessarily. You don't have to always use the Chaos Breaker skill. Sometimes there are cards like Palladium, or you can just keep them, you know, locked and locked.
You draw 3.
You do.
And you leave them with a very dodgy formation after you try
No, think about it. Yes, you can do that, but you just do it later. Like, you keep them locked, you keep the pressure off you, and then when you want those cards later, and when you want to decimate your opponent's field, you've always got the choice to, like, do that later. So you just sort of toy with them in that sense.
I hate you.
It's just it's the playstyle of Chaos Breaker.
I hate this card.
I mean, the card itself is basically... What does it say?
It's basically like almost the embodiment of Kagura and Narukami in form of Link Joker.
I would say it's the embodiment of, like, giving someone hope and then taking it away.
No, it's like, basically, Chaos Breaker Dragon is essentially just Kagura given a Link Joker makeover. Because they can lock and then just retire, which is like,
It's very, very nice, though. And onto the grade 2 lineup. Some people might think this is a tad weird, but I'm a big fan of the Mobius Breath Dragon. Link Joker being this deck being a semi-defensive deck in comparison to others. I like the idea of Mobius Breath Dragon because if your opponent has gone aggro on you the turn previously, and let's say they've got a somewhat full formation here, you've got the pressure to hit and lock, and you can take away an extra column from them next turn, taking the pressure off you.
I guess, but the downside is it's only 9k and it's only a Vanguard ability.
It's true.
And you've got more grade 2s to play now with the extra support, I guess.
I would say you can get away with playing the 12k attacker because it makes great columns with some of the other cards too. But just for me, I'm playing this out of personal preference. You could also play the 10k, I suppose, for more of a defensive ride if you want to go full defensive with the deck. But seeing as I'm a Mega Colony player, I quite like Garafa, and this being a somewhat better Garaffic clone.
It was like a Link Joker version of Garafa, really.
Yeah, exactly. Down to personal
Except the only
preference.
problem with Garafa back in the day was when you stun stuff like Conra and stuff, they can just use the effect.
And now
whereas that one just locks it, you can't do it at all.
It's true. Plus you can get rid of the starting Vanguards as well if they don't they don't block it.
Oh, you're playing those ones.
So I'm playing 3 Colony Makers because it's not too hard to lock things in the deck, and it can help search out some of your grade 1s too, especially cards that want to go behind the Vanguard circle basically.
Yeah.
And 4 of these guys, locking a lot. You're going to get a lot off the attack boost there, extra pressure, extra advantage, and you're going to dwindle down their guard a little bit. So that's always nice.
Actually, yeah. If I was playing that ratio, I wouldn't play the Mobius Breath, I'd play the 12k attacker, I think.
Possibly, but I feel like there are enough of the grade 2s, and another card I'm going to mention later can fix bad columns anyway. So I'm playing 2 of the 10k booster, not the personal booster for Chaos Breaker because it's using up your soul. Exactly, and it feels silly to use that when that soul could be put towards retiring rear guards.
I'm drawing cards.
Plus, this is basically conditionless, and it's searchable with Colony Maker. So, you don't have to worry about playing 2 of them, and I play 2 in case one gets retired, or, you know, happens to get damage checked. 4 of Palladium.
I hate this card.
Is absolutely one of my favourite cards in the deck. When you've got a locked unit on your opponent's field and it's about to unlock, either through their own reverse skill, or through your own locking skills, you counterblast one, put it in Soul, so it's more Soul fodder for Chaos Breaker.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can keep their units locked and kind of toy with them that way, and I know it's very cruel, but Palladium is a very good card for keeping your Chaos Breaker gambits going.
It's actually cruel, dude.
The next card is 4 of the Lanthans. These are great for fixing columns.
They're the grade 1 version of the grade 2.
Exactly. They're a grade 2 version of this card right here.
Grade 1 version of that card there.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're playing 9k rear guards, because if you lock enough units, you'll be able to hit for a fair bit of pressure anyway. True with the 12k attackers, it's very, very easy. Locking one card will get you a 21k column.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely a good alternative if you want to play...
That over Mobius Breath, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah,
both good alternatives. Of course, you play one Cutlass as well. I've just been given this by Inferno because I've taken him out of the deck.
You've taken him out of Grambling, how could you?
Still a bit salty about that. I still love Cutlass though.
No you don't. He hates you now.
And 4 of the Norgard. I would say with this deck, you can get away with playing 3.
Yeah.
I'm playing 4 for now, just to test things around a little bit, and it does make it a fair bit more uber defensive.
I mean, it makes it more consistent for you to draw them.
Yeah, and it means if you're playing the turn after you break ride, where you can only lock 2 units, you lock their front 2 rear guard units, have the Vanguard attack able to hit, and then obviously you go null guard, so it's just fine.
Yep.
So finally, onto the trigger lineup. I'm playing very standard lineup here. Link Joker, I don't believe, has too much access to triggers. I mean, I can't play 12 crit yet.
You can play stand.
Ooh, maybe not. I would say stand is somewhat viable.
It can be viable in
with this card.
Nebula Lord.
Definitely with Nebula Lord. It's worth testing those out. 4 more crit here, so that's 8.
4 more crit, right?
Of course. I'm playing 2 of this draw, and 2 of this draw.
And 2 of this draw.
Because Chaos Breaker is the kind of deck where you screw people anyway. You may as well mess with their heads in terms of trying to guess your trigger lineups.
Oh yeah, because you can be quite creative with Chaos Breaker's trigger lineup, and just you can play 7-5, you can play 6-6, you can play.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you play? Yeah, you can play 6-6.
Yeah, because you've got 2 draw triggers. And finally 4 heals keeps you in the game longer, and sacking them later after you use Chaos Breaker means you can afford to take some hits when you've got no more lock skills to use. Okay. And also, if I can find it, the starter is...
Of course, it's
Starbaiter Dusto Unicorn, because it's just such a cheap cost to lock something else again.
Yeah.
Counterblast 1, it's
Is
amazing.
Is there any other star alternative to this that you could argue for?
You could argue there is the card that where you can bounce it and get an extra 10k shield to your hand.
Yeah.
Where it's locked, I believe I could find it here. It's probably at the back. Okay, I can't find that. There's the grade 3 searcher, I suppose, to help you get your break ride off a bit more consistently. And I believe the card I'm thinking of is called Selenium. It's,
like that,
yeah, it's when your opponent has a locked unit, you can bounce your 10k back to your hand, so it's extra guard to use for later. But this is just such a consistent for locking and taking pressure off yourself that it effectively works as a 10k shield anyway. Okay, so that was the Chaos Breaker deck profile. Let me know if I've missed anything as well in the comments section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, of course. We've also got Facebook in the description too. In the description. Yeah, anything you might need to know about us. And we'll see you next time.
Woo!